RMDs, MRDs, required minimum distributions. Don't you hate all the acronyms that the IRS uses and we use in retirement all the time? Well, understanding your required minimum distribution is very important because the penalty for failing to take a required minimum distribution is one of the largest in the tax codes. It can be as high as 50% of what you were supposed to take out and didn't. So we always want to make sure you understand the importance of taking a required minimum distribution. Now, the when to take a required minimum distribution. They begin once you are over the age of 72 years old. They apply to your IRA and 401k qualified funds. It might be a 529, it might be a 403b, but in general, your tax deferred accounts need to have a required minimum distribution that comes out each and every year after you're 72 years old. Your Roth IRAs do not need a required minimum distribution. Now, the when to take your required minimum distribution. Anytime during the year, all right? It can be right up until the end of the year. It can be right at the very beginning of the year. It's a great thing to talk about during our annual reviews because your interest will have been credited in those accounts, but you can do it whenever best suits you throughout the year. I will tell you that there are drop dead dates for many of the carriers, many of the custodians that are holding those funds. That doesn't mean that you have to drop dead by the end of the year. What it means is that if you don't get the documents, if you don't get the forms in by the time they have set on their calendar, sometimes they're December 10th, sometimes they're December 15th, where they stop processing new withdrawal requirements or requests. So my general rule is if you're sitting down to Thanksgiving dinner and you haven't taken, or you're not even sure if you've taken a required minimum distribution, you better get on the phone. You better call us and let's double check for you. And it's not so important who you talk to about your required minimum distribution. I'd love to be able to chat with you about every RMD every year, but everyone here knows the importance, and some of that is very time sensitive. So it's less important about who you talk with here to get your required minimum distribution information than it is about when you talk to someone to get your required minimum distribution. But if you have questions, call our office. You can simply reply to this email. Lots of different ways to get a hold of us. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram so you can see upcoming information and details and continuing education. And thank you for being one of our clients. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for trusting us. Most of all, thank you for the referrals. It's the lifeblood of our company. Keep sending your friends and your neighbors and family. We appreciate those very much and look forward to helping you process your next required minimum distribution. I'm sorry you have to take one at all, but that's the way the government works and we don't want you to miss it. So thank you very much for being one of our clients, and we'll be in touch very soon, or you can call us to get those RMDs processed.